Bienvenidos a Joan Games. Hoy os traigo Lost Horizon. Os dejaré en la descripción un enlace por si os lo queréis descargar. Y empezamos.
We go over there.
Where do we have to go?
It can't be far.
Damn it, we need to get out before we end up like everyone else.
Give us cover. We're almost there.
I am so sorry about what happened to your friend.
What the hell? Who are these people? What do they want?
They are searching for this chamber.
What? Why? There's nothing here.
On the contrary, everything is here. We stand before a gateway, behind which the greatest treasure of all mankind is concealed.
What do you mean?
This monastery guards a secret that is centuries old, but the world is not yet prepared for its revelation. I tell you this only because you will shortly become the last person who can prevent the key to the secret from falling into the hands of those barbarians.
What is that?
This is a key. At some point, they will find this chamber and break down the door. The key must no longer be here when that happens. Take it, use it, and get it to the other side. Then you will understand everything.
We just wanted to help. Now I'm the last one left alive, and I don't even know who's trying to kill me, or for that matter, why. Ancient secrets, apparently. A great treasure hidden here in this chamber. Maybe that's what they're after. Doesn't matter. I need to get out and get in touch with England. It fits into the recess here. I haven't the slightest idea what that might do, but according to the monk, it's the only way out of here. I hope he was right.
Well, Lieutenant? How are things progressing?
All resistance has been quashed. The monastery is under our control.
And the chamber?
We haven't found it yet. There must be a secret passage. That is how the monk and the Tommy got out. At least, that is what our prisoner claims.
And has he told us in the meantime what his unit was doing here?
Yes, he was most talkative. They were here to map the region. Apparently, his lieutenant was using maps made by some Hong Kong cartographer who came this way before.
Aha. Coincidence is a strange thing. Well, we managed to contain things this time, but I don't want any further interruptions.
We will extend our patrols, and I have ordered that the airspace be monitored by our fighters.
You are a soldier. You're happy to wait and fight. I, on the other hand, am a scientist, and I believe in preventing the fight in the first place. Send someone to Hong Kong immediately. Eliminate the cartographer once and for all, and destroy any records he may have. If needs be, pay some triads from Hong Kong to take care of the job. We need to deal with this quickly. We must do everything possible to prevent anyone from turning up here again and interrupting the operation. This mission is too significant, and we have just about reached our goal, Lieutenant. The future of the Third Reich is in our hands.
How's business, Shen?
Can't complain. How about you? Still moving stuff you shouldn't be.
Have you ever tried turning a profit the honest way? It's tough. I've got bills to pay. Besides, snatching a deal from the tongs is all the fun I get around here.
Fenton. The tongs are not to be played with. These are serious people.
Shen, I didn't know you cared. I'd be surprised if Tong even knew who I was.
Oh, really? He was here looking for you last night.
Finally, the celebrity status I've always craved. You need to relax, old friend.
Fenton, you are my best customer, and for that reason alone, I'm going to give you some good advice. Watch yourself, or you'll be at the bottom of the harbor before I can say rum.
And you can say rum pretty damn quickly.
Not as quickly as you can drink it. Didn't you learn in the forces not to underestimate your enemies?
Christ, you make it sound like we're in a fight to the death.
That may yet prove to be the case. I strongly suggest you forget smuggling and get your kicks elsewhere.
Okay, I'll be careful. Promise. Speaking of getting my kicks, you guys have a new singer.
Yes, but you're not getting your kicks with her either. She's not into men like you. A lot of guys have tried, a lot of guys have failed.
Shen, that sounds like a challenge.
I'll spring you my best whiskey if you get so much as a room number.
Shen, I'll be back in 2 minutes. You'd better get down to the basement and dig out that bottle. Piece of cake. In 2 minutes flat, not only will I have a hot date, but an excellent bottle of whiskey to go with it. Life is sweet. Your song has moved me in a way I barely thought possible. The least I can do is buy you a drink.
Nice try, but I don't drink. Thanks.
If the other guys are so easily put off, no wonder you've been waiting for me to come along. Come on, what can I get you?
Okay, I do enjoy a glass of champagne after a show. You're more than welcome to buy me one, but I intend to enjoy it in my room, alone.
Ah, go on. Give me one more chance. Wow. I'm looking at that dress, wondering if it's the feathers that make the bird, or the other way around. Either way, you look hot.
I'll take that as a compliment, even if it's a dubious one.
That was not my intention. Please forgive me. However, you're certainly a talented singer.
Yes, that's why they pay me. Please leave me alone.
Wow, this girl is a real challenge.
Well, don't get me wrong. I don't mean to be intrusive. Overwhelmed by your magnificence, perhaps I came across a bit foolish. Let's have another crack at this, shall we? Wow. I'm looking at that dress, wondering if it's the feathers that make the bird, or the other way around. Either way, you look hot.
I'll take that as a compliment, even if it's a dubious one.
Dubious or not, the question remains. Perhaps we need to get to know each other a little before we answer it. Oh, just out of interest, is that a tulip or a rose in your hair?
It's a lily. Not big on treating a girl with flowers, huh? I can see why you're single.
I'm always willing to learn something new. Maybe you can help me. Tell me everything I need to know about women, compliments, and presents.
I'm not a teacher for wannabe Casanovas.
For the life of me, I can't work this girl out. Maybe I need a better plan of attack. I can already feel Shen grinning behind my back.
Well, at the risk of you thinking I'm a total fool, please forget everything about these last few minutes and let's start over from the beginning, shall we? Wow.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Dubious or not? Oh, just out of interest.
It's a lily.
Ah, is that where I've been going wrong? I always thought women preferred diamonds. Although the ones you're wearing are far outclassed by the beautiful wrist they're wrapped around. A gift from a doting admirer?
Perhaps.
Okay, so we know where you stand on flowers and precious stones. But let's talk about that dress. Then maybe move on to its contents.
Let's postpone that for now. You're persistent, aren't you? Okay, why don't you come see me after I'm done? I have a room here at the club.
Damn it. Those guys are from the Tong Triad. Looks like Shen was right. They really are pissed off.
Are those men looking for you?
Kind of, yeah. And I'd prefer they didn't find me.
Well, I'd hate to have to hold our rendezvous in the hospital. Take the back door. I'll distract them.
Time to say goodbye.
Dead end, Paddock.
My answer makes no difference anyway. You're still gonna beat me up, aren't you?
Right, kid. This time you're messing with the wrong people.
Wake up, Paddock, or you will miss your last flight. Ever done a splashdown?
I'll laugh later. Now let me out.
You don't get it, do you?
You know what? I think I literally just got it just now. I'm thinking the whole business expansion thing wasn't such a good idea after all.
Indeed. But we have run out of patience. You should have kept out of our business. But you just wouldn't heed our warnings.
Hey guys, why don't we just relax and talk about this? I promise I won't get in your way anymore, okay?
Too late, Paddock. And once again, we find truth in an old Chinese saying. It is easy to open a business, but it is difficult to keep it running. But we don't want to be that heartless. We won't grant you a last wish, but you may decide how you would like to die. Would you prefer to suffocate or drown? You don't have to decide right away, Paddock. Let me explain. Strictly speaking, your little submarine here is completely watertight. So when we throw you into the harbor in a minute, not a single drop of water will make its way inside. You'll then have about 15 minutes of air. An agonizing amount of time when you're waiting for death. Only fear and panic will accompany you during your final struggle. You wouldn't even wish that on your worst enemy. Therefore, we have drilled a hole in the lid for you. At first, you will instinctively try to plug the hole with your hand. But if you desist, you can end your suffering that much faster. Let the water flow in and everything will be over in 1, maybe 2 minutes. No, do not thank us, old friend. I think we owe you that much.
I agree.
Bon voyage, old friend. He won't be causing us any more trouble.
Crap. 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 I need a solution. Quick. Crap. It's hardened. I'm not going to get it off like this. I'll put the lighter down for a moment. Fine. The tar and the napkin make a nice little clump. It's screwed to the lid of the chest. Let's see if there's anything useful inside. Okay, that should work. If only it were that easy. The lid's nailed shut. If I manage to put the hinge between the lid and the crate, I might be able to pry it open. Let's try. Good. They didn't stay to watch the show. Usually a time like this is a time for cautious celebration, followed by raucous celebration. Unfortunately, wandering back into Triad territory for a drink with Shen is most likely inadvisable. Plus, I'm soaked. Home time, I think.
Are you Tong? Moon Tong?
How dare you, stranger? What do you want?
Can we go somewhere and talk undisturbed, Mr. Tong? Somewhere less lively.
We have nothing to fear here. This is our district. If you have something to say, say it. If not, get out of here.
Very well. I need some men to do a job for me, discreetly and efficiently. I was told you would be able to help me.
Interesting. We shall see whether I can or cannot once you've told me what this is about.
My clients are looking for a man who is supposed to be living here in Hong Kong. He's in possession of something that my clients desire for themselves.
And who are your clients?
That is not important. Find the person and retrieve the item. That's the job.
Well, many people live in Hong Kong, and I'm sure a lot of them are in possession of things that other people want.
If you accept this job, you will of course receive more detailed information.
This sort of work doesn't come cheap. You understand?
Money is no issue. My clients have the necessary means. All that matters is that the job is completed to our satisfaction.
Then I'd say it's a deal.
Hello, Gus. I'm back.
Just look at you. Did you forget your umbrella?
Nope, I was out swimming. On that topic, a nice bath wouldn't hurt you either.
Women like the smell of hard, honest work.
Oh, save it. You just make sure the engine starts running again.
No problem, boss. By the way, there's an officer waiting for you in the office.
An officer? Did he say what he wanted?
No, but he said he wanted to wait and speak to you in person.
That doesn't sound good. It's just not my day today.
Ah, Paddock. You're finally here. Huxley. This is a pretty miserable place to live, Paddock. Shouldn't war heroes be spending their retirement in more comfortable surroundings? Oh, I forgot. You were dishonorably discharged.
Thanks for the reminder. What are you doing here?
The governor ordered me to find you. Wasn't so easy, since I hadn't the slightest idea how deep in the gutter I'd have to dig. You certainly smell like you belong here.
Well, you of all people should know your way around the gutter, Huxley.
Watch your mouth, Paddock. There may come a time when the governor won't be there to protect you, and I'll be able to drag you to the penitentiary where you belong.
Oh, spare me. I'm a civilian now. Deal with it. I was court-martialed and have received my deserved punishment. So leave Lord Weston out of this.
You are responsible for the most severe riots in the history of this colony. The Empire conceded a lot in order to regain control. In disobeying your orders, you caused damage that we still feel the consequences of today. The Chai Wang Penitentiary would be a more appropriate punishment, if you ask me.
Just let me know when you're done complaining so I can tune back in.
Lord Weston wishes to speak to you immediately. Make sure you get rid of that awful stench. I'll wait in the car.
What would the governor want? If he sent none other than his adjutant to look for me, it must be important. Better not keep him waiting. Lord Weston's always been good to me. I owe him a lot.
Fenton, I'm glad to see you. I hope you'll forgive the short notice.
Lord Weston, please, I'm honoured. You have, however, piqued my interest. What's so urgent? Need a first-class flight to London?
I'm afraid not, Fenton. I am in a somewhat awkward situation, and I think you might be able to help me. You are, in fact, my only hope.
Sounds dramatic. Tell me more.
The situation is as follows. As you know, the Chinese have been threatening to annex Tibet for years.
I'm broadly familiar, yes.
Well, the Empire's official position is not to get involved should a conflict arise.
And what exactly is the Empire's unofficial position, Governor?
Come, Fenton. One should be prepared for all eventualities.
I see. Military intervention?
No, certainly not. We simply wish to be prepared in the unlikely event that a military conflict arise, and that is why we need to know the lay of the land. No maps of Tibet are currently available. It is, officially, completely uncharted.
And what does all this have to do with me? I'm not much of a cartographer. You have enough of your own.
Quite right, Fenton. We have, in fact, already sent out an expedition. Entirely off the record, you understand? The Chinese must be kept in the dark. The last thing we need right now are diplomatic complications. The problem is, the expedition disappeared without a trace a few days ago. We haven't the slightest idea what their status might be.
You sent a rescue party?
2. Both returned, empty-handed. No trace of them, not a clue.
So now what?
I can no longer rely on military options. Eventually, the Chinese will get wind of the situation. The matter must be handled with discretion. Fenton, I want you to find our men.
Well, I'm certainly flattered. But what makes you think I'd do the job any better? You said yourself you've got no maps. And I'm far from a local expert.
Come, Fenton, you had quite the reputation. You've completed, successfully, numerous missions of this nature. I, for one, have the greatest confidence in you.
Honoured, I'm sure, Lord Weston. But like you said, I had a reputation. I don't regret my time with the forces. But those days are over now. When they needed a scapegoat for the winter riots, I stood my ground, dishonorably discharged. So tell me, why should I lift so much as a finger for the Empire now?
I realize that, Fenton, and I predicted this response. But you should know, this is about the people, not just the army.
With all due respect, sir, appealing to my sense of compassion won't work.
Oh, stop being so hard on me. You'll get all the financial support you need, and perhaps I can assist you in settling your little difficulties with the local competition.
Tempting, but no thanks, Governor. Any other matter, I'd be happy to help. But there's a file in my life labelled Army, and it's closed.
But what if the situation weren't so cut and dried?
Enlighten me.
Richard, Fenton. Richard was the expedition leader.
Richard? You wait till now to tell me that?
Fenton, I am the governor, and Richard is an officer. That he is my son shouldn't affect the performance of my duties.
That may well be, but it can damn well affect mine. You know how close Richard and I were at the academy. I have a right to know what's going on, don't you agree?
You are right. I know how much Richard means to you. How couldn't I? After everything you've been through.
Good. So tell me what I need to know. I'm leaving now.
You'll find all the information I've been able to collect in this dossier. Thank you, Fenton. I will never forget what you've done for me.
Thank me when I've found him. Taxi! Richard, what have you gotten yourself into? I've known you for most of my life, and I've never seen the old man so worried about you. I can understand why as well. No contact for over 10 days.
disappeared without a trace 400 miles east of Lhasa, in a completely unexplored region the size of England. What the hell happened? Avalanche? Snowstorm? That part of Tibet may as well be the end of the world. I need to stay focused, stay rational, no matter how hard it is. Can't let my feelings get the better of me. First off, I need some local maps. Unfortunately, the region's never been officially charted. I need Gus to start working double time on the plane so I can get going. Maybe he can find me some maps as well. Might be he knows some pilots who have been out that far. Hey, Gus. Listen, we're going to have to cancel all upcoming jobs.
What's wrong, boss? Are you in some kind of trouble?
You could say so. I'm going to Tibet.
Tibet? What do you want to do in Tibet?
Don't take this personally, but I can't talk about it. Actually, you're not even supposed to know I'm flying.
Aha, well, if it's none of my business in the first place, I'll just carry on slaving away like nothing happened.
I told you, it's nothing personal. I need some maps of Tibet. Maybe you can help me. I realize it's pretty much unexplored, but there must be something out there I can use. Do you know anyone who knows his way around the country?
Most pilots around here head south. You could try old Wang.
Hey, yeah, he mentioned it once or twice.
Once or twice? He never stops talking about his time over there. And he reckons he's mapped a great chunk of the place.
Can't you think of anyone else?
Oh, yeah, of course. I know hundreds of people with maps of Tibet just lying around at home. What's the matter with you? Still having a hissy fit over that fight you two had? I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't have a clue what went down with you two, or why Yen quit working here all of a sudden. Nobody tells me anything. But if your quest is so important, I suppose you'll just have to talk to him.
Okay. I guess I don't have much choice.
Exactly. So, you two haven't seen each other since then?
No.
And his little niece, what's her name again?
Kim.
Oh, yes, Kim. So, you aren't in touch with her either?
No. Why, should I be?
I just had an inkling. You spent all that time over there when you were younger. You're practically part of the family. And, well, are you saying she wasn't your type?
Nonsense. No idea what she's been up to. You know anything new?
Well, I did run into Wang at the club. Talked about the old days a bit. I think he misses flying, but he'd never admit it. He's retired now.
He still lives in that old house on Victoria Road.
He moved. Don't ask me where to. He never said, and I never asked.
Great. And how am I supposed to find him?
Maybe Shen in the bar can help you out. He makes it his business to know about the punters.
Good idea. I'll drop by to see him. That's all for now, Gus. See you later.
See you later, boss.
I have to be careful. I'd like to avoid meeting the triads again. I better make sure the coast is clear. Okay, Tong and his men are hanging around outside the club, so there's at least a slim chance there's no one inside. Good enough for me. I'd better ask Shen for Yen Wang's address. I'm a friendly guy, but I've got a job to do. Think I'll leave random strangers to their thoughts. Hello, Shen.
I thought they already caught you.
They did. Can you believe it? They actually tried to drown me in the harbour. I thought that was just something they said to scare people.
Why am I not surprised?
I know. And, nevertheless, your best customer stands before you in the finest physical condition.
You're really asking for it, aren't you? They're still keeping an eye on the front door.
I've noticed. But I need your help, Shen.
Tell me. What's going on?
Do you happen to remember my old friend Wang, who used to work for me?
Yan Huan? Of course I remember him.
Word has it he moved. Do you know where he lives now?
No idea. Sorry.
Damn it. Everybody knows Wang. Nobody knows where he lives.
Wait, if you're lucky, Nian Su might be able to help. He's not the youngest or the most switched on anymore, but they say he knows half of Hong Kong.
And where can I find this Nian Su?
Sitting at the table over there, he's on the rice wine.
Thanks for not snitching on me to Muntong.
Like I said, I'd hate to lose my best customer.
See you later, Shen.
Yes, good luck.
Excuse me. May I disturb you for a moment?
What do you want, young friend? Ah, wait. Aren't you the pilot, Paddock?
Paddock. Fenton Paddock.
Yes, that's what I said.
So the barkeeper said you know half of Hong Kong. So far, that's holding true.
He says that, does he? Well, maybe.
I'm looking for a friend who used to live in this district a couple of years ago. He's called Yan Wang. Unfortunately, we lost touch, and now I urgently need his help. Have you heard of him? Maybe you know where I can find him.
What was he called again?
Wang. Yan Wang.
Wang. Wang. Well, son, I am not so good with names anymore. He lived in this district, you say?
Yes, 2 years ago. He was a cartographer.
A cartographer. I am not sure.
Pity. I hoped.
Easy, easy. Names are for tombstones. But I never forget a face. What does he look like? Do you have a picture of him? Show me his photo, and maybe I can help.
A photo? All right. Wait for me here. I think I have a photo of Wang somewhere in the office. See you later. Okay, now where might I have a photo of Yan Wang? A photo of the delectable Nancy Carroll. What can I say? I saw her in the cinema once. I've been a fan ever since. A genuine talent. The fact that it's hanging in my bunk is a mere coincidence. A photo of my mum. She died last year. She looks happy. But since Dad died, she was never quite the same. I suppose that's why she wasn't so keen on my career path. Oh well, it's in the past now. Without Mum on the scene, I've got nothing tying me to England anymore. Which is probably why I'm still wasting my life here smuggling and boozing. Not in that order. There might actually be a photo of Yan Wang in his personnel file in the safe. You'd think I'd know the code, right? Well, I hardly ever use this old thing, so I don't. It's on a note in my wallet. Hey, what? Where? My wallet's gone. Damn it. I must have lost it in the harbour. I suppose I better go back there. If I'm lucky, I might be able to fish my wallet out of the water without running into Tong and his men.
Whoa, a wallet! Happy days!
Hey, that's my wallet that kid fished out of the water. Wait a second, kiddo. That's not public property. It's mine.
What? Yeah,
damn right. Anyone could say that. How stupid do you think I am, big guy?
No, honestly, it really is my wallet.
So?
So I want it back.
But I found it. And how am I supposed to know it's really yours?
My word is my bond. Now hand it over.
No. And if you take it away from me, I start screaming.
Go on then. Scream yourself hoarse.
Those triad types might still be hanging around. Maybe I'm better off without unnecessary attention.
Okay, kid. Look, that wallet is very important to me. I really need it back.
Not my problem.
Cheeky little bastard. Fine. He's only a kid. I can play along.
Will you tell me your name?
Only if you tell me yours.
Well, I'm Fenton.
I'm Hal.
Okay, Hal. Do you want a reward for finding my wallet? You can have all the coins that are in it.
No.
Then what do you want?
Help me catch a bat.
Come again? Catch a bat?
Yes.
You're fishing for bats?
Don't be stupid. I'm only killing time until the bats come out. There are tons of them over there in the warehouse.
And you want a bat because...
I bet my friends I could catch one.
But you can't.
Sure I can. Well, usually, but it's raining today.
So?
You don't know much about bats, do you? The rain drives away the insects. And if there aren't any insects around, then there's nothing for the bats to eat. And if there's nothing to eat, the bats won't come out.
All right.
No, it's not all right. If I don't catch a bat, they'll think I lied.
And that's why you'll keep that big mouth of yours shut next time.
And this is the persuasive charm you use on people when they've got something you want?
Fine. I'll get you your bat. You give me my wallet.
Sure, it's a deal.
Fine. If I want my wallet back, I guess I need a bat.
I'll be off then.
I'm not going to take that lamp away from the boy. It'll stay nice and dry over there under the umbrella.
All right, kid.
Hey! So, got me a bat up your sleeve?
I'm working on it. What was it again about bats? They hate the rain.
Oh, man, weren't you listening? The bats don't mind a little bit of rain, but the flies do. And where there are no flies to hunt...
Wouldn't it be better if you try again tomorrow evening? Perhaps you know when it's not raining. I see. Hope springs eternal. Very well. I'll come up with something. Maybe I can find a way to attract the bats. When I do, I want my wallet back.
Deal!
I'll be off then.
Dirty flies. They must like this dry patch under the roof.
What was that? Just a magic cat.
That was close. I shouldn't make so much noise.
All right, kid.
Hey! So, got me a bat...
I'm working on it. I'll be off then.
I'm not going to take that lamp away from the boy. There's nothing useful inside. A normal rubbish bin. End of story.
Good evening, sir.
How may I help you, sir?
Do you enjoy doing this?
I beg your pardon, sir?
I mean, standing around here all day in the pouring rain.
After serving in London for 10 years, the rain doesn't really bother me, sir. Apart from that, it's a great honour to maintain law and order in front of the Governor's Palace.
3 cheers for our British civil servant. May I ask you a question?
Go ahead, sir.
By a hair, the Tong Triad nearly drowned me in the harbour today, and yet there wasn't a police officer for miles. Any particular reason?
If the incident occurred, as you say, in the harbour, you will have to file an official complaint to the Office of the Colonial Administration. They're responsible for the Southern District. I am under the direct authority of the Palace Department, and I'm responsible for maintaining law and order on and around these premises.
3 cheers for British bureaucracy. Then I won't keep you from your work any longer.
Good night, sir.
A tree cut precisely to shape. Typical British approach. We even impose our formalities on nature. Wait a moment. Is that a ball hanging in the branches?
Halt! Stop! Stay where you are, sir! What do you think you're doing?
I, want to get that ball over there. My, nephew accidentally threw it into the tree while he was playing this morning.
I'm sorry, sir, but I cannot allow you to do that.
What? I just want to go get my nephew's toy.
That may very well be, and usually it wouldn't be a problem, sir. But today it's been raining, and you are just about to step on this decorative English lawn.
So what?
So what? Excuse me, but have you taken leave of your senses, sir? The constant rain has soaked the ground completely, and the precious blades of grass are defenceless against your brutal boots.
Okay, then. I'll be very careful when I walk across the lawn. I promise.
Halt! If you take even one more step towards the border, I will have to arrest you, sir.
Now wait just a minute. There's a million different crimes going on right now in this city. Your lawn will be just fine.
Sir, I do not joke. When it comes to the protection and care of His Majesty's parks, I have full authority. After all, we represent the British Crown here. What is to become of the Empire if we are not even capable of establishing well-tended gardens in our colonies? Sir, you are preventing me from doing my duty. Either you step back, or I will be forced to take you into custody.
It seems I am powerless against British conscientiousness. I can't even tell him why I'm here. I need a different plan. Documents from Lord Weston. There's information here about Richard's expedition, but it's not an awful lot of good to me right now. Seems like before they disappeared, they were travelling through a region in the Himalayas about 400 miles east of Lhasa, which, of course, is the least explored region in all of Tibet. Without any official maps, I'm going to need some help from somewhere. I've heard that somewhere before. Doesn't sound so bad. Who knows what that might come in handy for? Something, I'm sure. I can't open the safe without the combination. Of course, I lost the note with the combination with my wallet in the harbour, and that kid Hal won't give it back to me until I've helped him catch a bat. I rarely use it anyway. My alarm clock wound down a while ago. Let's take a look. Ah, the key's stuck to the back. Okay, I'll wind up the clock, running like clockwork. It'll go off in a couple of minutes. Okay, I'll place the alarm clock in the rubbish bin. Let's see what happens when it goes off. When the alarm goes off, I better not be here.
What's that? Who's disturbing the governor's sleep? Well, can you believe that? Why would someone throw away a perfectly good alarm clock?
Great. That should distract him from his duties for a while. And now off the lawn as quickly as possible. I must be a damn genius. If I tie the measuring tape to the ball, I'll have a lovely, colourful pendulum. Hey, things like this always seem to come in handy. Okay, you little rascal. Let's see if your animal intelligence is any match for my person intelligence. Aha. Take that, nature. As a world-class pilot, I do, of course, have adequate response time to catch a fly one-handed. I prefer not to show off, though. As a world-class pilot, I do, of course, have adequate response time to catch a fly one-handed. I don't want to rummage through the rubbish, and I don't have to either. The cat isn't bothering me anymore, and to make sure it stays that way, I'll just leave it alone. I don't think Shen can help me right now. I suppose he still needs it. I'm not going to take that lamp away from the boy. All right, kid.
Hey! So, got me a bet up your sleeve?
I'm working on it. I'll be off then. Maybe I should ask Gus if he needs them first. Gus, listen.
Yes?
Do you think you could spare your bellows for a while?
Why do you ask? What do you need them for?
Well, I can't really say at the moment.
Uh-huh. Right. Yeah, go ahead. It's your stuff anyway. I've finished cleaning the engine.
Well then.
Worth a try. I should be able to suck up a few flies. My God, Fenton Paddock, legendary adventurer, pilot extraordinaire, flycatcher. Is that a step down? Fly, my pretties. It's working. The flies are buzzing round the lamp.
Hey, what are you doing there?
You said you wanted flies. I've got some.
And that's supposed to work?
Yeah. The flies lure the bats, and you catch one.
I don't know.
At the least, it'll give you a fighting chance. I'd say I've kept my part of the deal.
Okay then. Here's your wallet. There wasn't anything valuable in there anyway.
Well, I was having some financial issues, you know, and... Hey, it's none of your business. Give it to me. Good luck on your bat hunt.
Thanks.
I think I'll check nothing's missing. What I'm about to say is actually pretty sad. Nothing's missing. Yes, my safe combination. I really should memorize this thing. It's the combination for my office safe. I was never good with numbers, or spelling, or geography, Latin. I was quite good at home economics, though.
Hey, boss.
What's up, Gus?
She's just about ready. I've stowed your equipment and some provisions.
Whatever would I do without you, Gus?
Well, keep that in mind next time you fill in my paycheck. Anyway, good luck, boss. You'll need it.
Thanks, Gus.
So I guess I'll get going in a couple of minutes if there's nothing else.
All right. Take a few days off and enjoy them. If I'm not back in 3 weeks, then I suppose you'll have to look for a new job.
I'm sure it won't come to that.
Old private documents and personnel files. There must be a photo of Yen Wang in here somewhere. These are the documents and certificates from my days in the army. A newspaper article on the 1932 harbour riots. It says, 8 dead during riots in Hong Kong harbour. Chinese dock workers came together on Friday evening in the Victoria Harbour to vent their anger over low wages. A British army unit was dispatched to the harbour to keep the peace. As the situation was about to escalate, the officer in command was ordered to retreat in order to prevent casualties. For reasons unknown, the officer in command did not comply with these orders. His soldiers opened fire and began to shoot randomly into the enraged mob. This incident caused a public outcry and was followed by several other clashes. Thankfully, there were no further casualties. The British government regrets the incident and has relented to the workers' demands. The officer responsible for the bloody conflict has been suspended from his duties for the time being. It is very likely that he will have to face charges of insubordination before a military court. Why on earth did I keep this crap? Here we go. Yen Wang's personnel file. Complete with photo. Now, hopefully, Niansu can tell me Yen Wang's current address. I've got Yen Wang's photo. That's all I need. It's a photo of Yen Wang. He was a good friend until things went belly up.
It took longer than expected, but I have the photo.
What photo are you talking about?
The photo of my friend. You told me to bring it.
Me? Do I know you, young man? Wait. You're that pilot boy, right?
I don't believe it. Are you for real?
Take it easy, son. You must forgive this old man his jokes. Come along. Show me the photo. Ah, yes. I know this man.
And do you know where he lives?
I said I'd tell you all you wanted to know. He has moved to the Won Moi district. And if I remember correctly, he lives in Wing Hao Street.
Finally. Thanks a lot.
That was all?
Yes, that's all. You have been a great help. Perhaps I can return the favour someday.
Be seeing you, Paddock.
Right. This must be Yen Wang's place. It's been a while. God knows how he'll react. Let's see if I can find Yen Wang's apartment. The nameplate reads Jian Zhu, not Yen Wang. I shouldn't bother these people. Okay, this must be the one.
Fenton?
Kim? I didn't think...
Why don't you come on in?
Thanks.
How do you know...
Oh, it wasn't easy. A strange old man told me. But first he needed a photo of your uncle, then he pretended to forget who I was, and...
I don't get it.
It's a much longer story than it should be. Anyway, I know it's been a while, but is Yen here?
You don't know?
Don't know what?
What do you want?
Well, I wanted to see your uncle.
Why?
Are you in interrogations now? I want to talk to him.
Why now? Why didn't you come any earlier? He waited for you for so long.
Did he? Well, better late than never.
Not this time, Fenton. Uncle Wang passed away a few days ago.
No.
He did. Very suddenly.
That can't... I'm so sorry, Kim.
What are you sorry about? That you betrayed him and refused to talk to him for over a year?
I'm sorry that your uncle passed away, but I never betrayed his trust.
No? So what do you call it? What you did was terrible. And the fact that you never told us about it, that we actually had to find out about it from someone else. Don't you call that betrayal? You worked together, you were friends. We were practically family. How did we get you so wrong, Fenton?
You hear lies and conjecture. You see words in the paper and you just assume the worst without even talking to me. You call that friendship?
My uncle wanted to talk to you, but you just left him standing there. You didn't explain any of it. So we're left with 8 Chinese workers shot dead that evening and a missing man. What else were we supposed to believe? You never denied any of it.
You'd already made up your minds. Your uncle packed up and left work before I had a chance.
Those are just excuses. You knew where we were. You could have come. Either there was nothing to explain, or we just weren't worth the effort.
Kim, that's not true. I can't believe you could even think that. You were supposed to know me. You know I'm not capable of... a massacre.
I thought I knew you. I also thought we could talk about anything and everything.
I just can't talk about that one thing.
Then why are you here?
I wanted to ask Yen a favour.
What kind of favour?
For the notes from his expedition to Tibet.
That's the only reason?
Yes.
I see. Why do you need the notes?
I can't tell you that either.
Oh, of course. Who do you think you are, Fenton Paddock? You should leave now.
Kim, please. These maps are extremely important to me.
Oh, really? Then tell me why. If you expect me to trust you, then you'll have to trust me too. Otherwise, get out of my sight.
Kim, I don't want to drag you into this.
Hello, honey. Oh, looks like I disturbed your little rendezvous.
Honey? Who are you calling honey?
Shut up and listen, girl. I want the maps. The ones Wang sketched on his way through Tibet.
Which maps? My uncle never went to Tibet.
Stop wasting my time, girl, or I will lose my temper. I want every single note he brought back from Tibet. And hurry up, or I will have to motivate you. Come on, hand them over.
You okay?
What does it look like? Who is that?
Mun Tong. A triad boss. Here, take his pistol and keep an eye on him. I'll go look around outside. His crew are rarely far away. Looks like Tong's got his men covering the front door. Like I thought, 2 of them outside the door.
Why is everyone suddenly so interested in those maps?
What do you mean?
But just before my uncle passed away, Richard showed up here. Then you, and now those men. I want to know what's going on here.
Richard? Did Yen show him the maps?
Yes. That was about 3 weeks ago?
And? Did Richard take the maps with him?
No. Uncle Wang made copies for him.
So the originals are still here?
Yes. Uncle made me promise to keep them safe.
Okay, look, I'll explain everything later. But we need to get out of here, quickly. These guys aren't going to give up.
What is so special about the maps?
No idea.
And you expect me to believe that?
No, I expect you to trust me.
You'll explain everything?
Yes, I promise.
Okay. Last chance, Paddock.
Thanks, Kimmy.
Don't push it. Now what?
We have to get out of the house. Is there a back door?
I don't think so. I've only been here a couple of times, though.
Okay, don't worry. I'll come up with something. We'll be out of here in a jiffy. Kim's got the maps I need. No point routing through anything else. Do not worry about the past. Concentrate on the future. Perhaps I should take that to heart. No goal is too high. You're just standing too far below. It's a wooden clothes hanger with a metal hook. The hanger fits exactly into the hollow of the bamboo pole. I have to be careful. They mustn't see me. That should work, but I still have to be careful. We've got his weapon. Kim can keep him at bay with it. I could give him a kicking, but I think he'll be angry enough as is. Hey, there's a window. I'm no psychologist, but I doubt Kim would be impressed if I left her here. Tempting, all the same. We can't go back to the front. Kim, there's a window out there in the hallway. Let's get out of here.
Finally. He's probably going to wake up at any moment.
This is taking forever. Boss should have been back ages ago.
Should I go see what's keeping him?
Nah, the boss said we should wait here, and orders are orders.
Why did it take so long, boss? Did you stay for a cup of tea or something?
Shut up. The girl wasn't alone. That guy Paddock was there too. They're gone. The maps too.
Paddock? I thought he was at the bottom of the harbor.
You thought wrong. They cannot be far. Tell the others and start a search. This time, I will watch him die.
Hey, wait. Let me check if it's safe.
And what's the grand plan now?
We have to get to the airport. We'll be safe at my office for a while. I'll explain everything when we get there.
Over here! We found them!
Damn! Kim, the truck's running. Jump in and step on it. I'll cover you.
What about you?
Drive! I'll jump in the back.
They're taking the truck!
I can see that myself. Get the car.
Oh, crap. Better find a way to get on the truck. I can't reach it like that. These idiots actually enjoy tailgating us. However, I'm sure they have short attention spans. We better get back on the truck. Kim!
Yeah?
Hit the brakes!
Are you crazy? Do you want those guys to run you over?
He's got a point. Kim!
Yeah?
Pedal to the metal, Kim!
All right. Hold on tight.
Kim! The brakes!
Okay, whatever you say. Everything okay?
Yeah! Hurry up! Kim, we can't lead these guys to the airport. We've got to lose them.
But I know! Suggestions?
Stay on this road. I'll get rid of them. The glass is too far away. I really don't need to get shot trying to reach it. It's locked. Getting shot at on the back of a truck while Kim drives it like a maniac round the streets of Hong Kong. It's like we were never apart.
I don't smoke. I haven't got anything for Fenton, in every possible sense. Is Paddock having a little rest back there?
The tarpaulin is tied down. I can't pull it away. Kim! Don't head for the airport till we've lost them!
You've said that already! Don't worry, I'll just stay on this road and try not to run anyone over.
Okay, I'll try to come up with a way to shake them off. Yeah, I think I could use that to pull the piece of glass towards me. Whoa. Somehow he missed me. But shot the bamboo clean in half. The glass is too far away. I really don't need to get shot trying to reach it. Well, it's still long enough to try again. Cut off a small piece of tarpaulin. The rag I cut from the tarpaulin. It's locked. An old engine. Looking at the exhausts, I'd say it's an 8-cylinder. Kim! Don't head for the airport till we've lost them!
You've said that already!
Okay, I'll... take a few rockets out. Tight fit, but it's a good one.
The oily rag will burn, but I prefer it didn't do so when I'm holding it in my hands. I'll wrap the rag around the end of the pole. I've lit the end of the pole. Perhaps not the best course of action in an enclosed space, but as far as Paddock's concerned, fire makes any situation more exciting.
Open fire.
Idiot, can't you see that they are getting away? What are you waiting for? Put your foot down!
The engine's dead, boss.
Oh, no. Oh, damn it.
Well, we lost them for now, but they won't be far behind.
Then you haven't got long to fill me in, have you? What's going on?
You have to leave Hong Kong, Kim. The Tong Triad wants your uncle's notes, and they're not known for asking nicely.
What do they want them for?
I don't know. Yet. But you have to trust me.
Trust you? And how am I supposed to do that? You disappear for over a year and then turn up on my doorstep like nothing's changed.
Kim, forget about that for 5 seconds. You're not safe here.
And where do you suggest I go? I haven't learned to disappear into thin air since we last met.
Don't worry, my plane's fueled up and ready. We can leave straight away.
In your plane? And just where do you suggest we go?
Well, I have some things to take care of in Tibet. You could come with me.
You're out of your mind! Until you tell me what's going on, I'm staying right here.
We don't have time for this. Come with me and I'll explain on the way.
I can't come with you. What am I supposed to do in Tibet?
Damn it, they're on their way here right now. Kimmy, either you get into the plane voluntarily or I'm going to bundle you into the cargo hold.
But it's ice cold in there. I don't even have any stuff. Sweater, makeup, toothbrush.
I've got stuff. Have it all if you like.
Well, I'll have a sweater. You can keep your toothbrush.
Whatever. Get moving.
So, Fenton, I suppose we're safe now?
Yes. Yes, I'd say we are.
Good. Time to tell me your side of the story.
Okay. What do you want to know? Where should I start?
Was it your fault that the dock workers died?
I was officer in command that evening. The situation was getting out of hand. The workers got violent, throwing things. That's why we wanted to pull out. Nobody was supposed to get hurt. I was about to get everyone withdrawn when Richard went down. A few of the dock workers dived on him. It was a split-second decision. I stayed, ran over to Richard. God knows what they would have done to him. Then things really got out of hand. Part of my unit followed me, and I suppose the workers thought we wanted to break them up. So they attacked us.
What happened next?
One of my men opened fire. You get bad orders, you lose your nerve. It happens. Everyone started shooting into the crowd. I tried to call a ceasefire. 8 people died before I did. I should have left Richard behind.
What?
1 life versus 8. Easy maths.
You can't weigh one life against another. It's not how it works.
How kind of you. So now you're on my side. It was my job to know things might get out of hand. I had an order and I ignored it. We were explicitly told to withdraw to prevent people getting killed.
Fenton, that is so... I don't know. If you hadn't been there to help Richard, he would have been killed, and...
I know, Kim, and I don't regret having saved Richard's life. But I'm not proud of what I did. Those 8 men. Their families. That day is burnt into the back of my mind.
You mean being discharged from the army?
Yes. Among other things.
But if all that's true, then it was just an accident. Didn't it count for anything that you saved the life of the governor's son?
Richard was supposed to be kept out of it all. You never know what people might start saying if they knew he was there. Richard pulled all the strings he could to keep me out of prison. I owe him everything. Other people wanted to see my head roll afterwards. The Empire had to find a way to appease the Chinese population, so the person responsible was dishonorably discharged from His Majesty's service. And I accept that decision. In spite of the circumstances, I had a job to do and I failed. Richard and his unit were deployed in northern India soon after. We've hardly seen each other since.
Fenton.
Yes?
Why didn't you tell us about all this? Did you really think we wouldn't believe you?
Who knows?
But...
The men who were shot were your people. I guess I figured it would change things between us.
You could have trusted us. My uncle missed you.
And?
Oh, nothing. So, why don't you tell me what we're doing in Tibet?
Curiosity killed the cat, you know.
Well, we've cheated death several times in the last few hours, so I reckon we're on a roll. Anyway, you promised you'd tell me.
Okay. Richard needs my help again. The irony of fate. He disappeared on an expedition. No trace of him or his men for weeks, but it's all top secret. So Lord Weston asked me to go after him. Unofficially, he knows I'd do anything for Richard.
And? What does all that have to do with my uncle's maps?
Obviously, Richard used them to plan his route. That's why I'm hoping the maps will help me find him.
And the Triads? Are they looking for Richard too?
I don't think so. But it can't be coincidence.
So, what do you want to do next?
Well, we're almost there. I'll drop you off in Katang before I start. You'll find a few decent hostels there. I guess I'll be gone 2 or 3 weeks. Once winter hits, I won't be able to cross the mountains. If I haven't found Richard by then...
Wait. Did I miss something? You're dropping me off in Pawang?
Katang.
Whatever, I'm not going. I'm not gonna wait in some dump in the middle of nowhere for you to ride in on your high horse and rescue me a month down the line.
Fine. What do you suggest? You're not coming with me? To say you're unprepared would be an understatement.
But that's not what I was saying. I just don't want to be left behind in some mountain village. There must be some larger city en route, right?
No, we're talking about Tibet. The only other option would be Lhasa, but that's too far out of the way. You're staying in Katang until I get back.
I'm sorry. Maybe you didn't notice, but it's been quite a while since we last saw each other. I'm not a little girl anymore. And you can't push me around like you used to.
I'm sorry, Kim. I just don't want to drag you into all this any further. The last time I tried to help Richard, things didn't go too well. I don't want that to happen again. You understand? Really, it's better this way.
Great! And what am I supposed to do while you're gone? Yak herding? Every little girl's dream. What if something happens to you? I'll be stuck there forever. Or at least until some other thoughtless gung-ho pilot accidentally strays this way and picks me up.
Kim, duck! Damn it!
Did he just shoot at us?
A German fighter plane?
He just shot at us! I can't believe it!
What's he doing in Tibet?
I couldn't care less. He shot at us. He actually just shot at us. Shoot back!
What?
You know, shoot back. Machine guns, cannons.
I deliver sacks of rice to Kathmandu for a living. This is a cargo plane, not a war machine, and therefore, no, it does not have any weapons on board.
You're telling me we have no way of defending ourselves?
I didn't say that. Take the controls. I'm going to the back to take care of our little friend.
Okay, Fenton, think. Think of a plan. Plan.
I'll take one with me. Pumpkins are quite heavy. I could carry more, of course, but I'm not going to. If the pumpkin had an opening to pour the flour into, it would work, but it doesn't. So, we've got some holes in this baby now. Okay, we can pour some flour through the holes. Best regards from His Majesty. A hit. Now, if only my ammunition were tracer bullets rather than pumpkins. They're just not heavy enough. The parachute isn't going to do any damage. At this rate, I'm going to need it. I'll take one with me. This canister holds distilled water for the hydraulic system. We've got some holes in this baby now. Very good. I'll pour some water into the pumpkin. And now some more flour. With best regards from His Majesty.
Fenton, the plane is on fire! We're on fire!
Oh no! He hit the starboard engine! Don't panic! I'll switch it off and try to stabilize us.
You can fly with one engine?
This baby's got 3! Which means we've got 2 left! But don't worry! I'm an expert at emergency landings! Crap! I've never tried it with only one wing before! There's a field over there! I'm taking us down! Hold on tight!
Fenton!
It had better be important, Lieutenant.
Indeed. Our contact in Hong Kong has reported back.
Continue.
It looks like the cartographer's records have disappeared.
What do you mean? Disappeared to where? And what about the cartographer?
He died just recently. Only a few days after passing on copies of his maps to the British Recon Unit.
And the originals? Someone must have them.
The men we've assigned to the job assume the originals are in the hands of the cartographer's niece. Unfortunately, they were not able to reach the girl because a former soldier is protecting her.
Better and better. If you want something done, do it yourself.
In any event, the girl and the soldier were able to escape.
I am somewhat disappointed, Lieutenant. But very well. We will continue reasonably. Who is this soldier? Why might he need the maps? What kind of threat is he to us? Collect all the information you can on him and the girl. I will be flying to Berlin for a week. I expect answers when I return.
Jawohl.
Anything else, Lieutenant?
One of our recon aircraft is missing. It was on routine surveillance this morning and hasn't returned. I suggest sending out a search unit.
Yes, do so. If the machine has crashed, you must find the pilot as well as the aircraft. Get rid of any traces that might lead to our camp.
It will mean the majority of the men being sent out.
Yes. I emphasize once again. Find the crashed aircraft and eliminate all tracks leading to us. Our mission must remain confidential at all costs until we have opened the chamber in the monastery. After that, we will not need to hide from anyone ever again.
What happened?
Kim? Kimmy? Can you hear me? Kim, please say something!
Damn it. I need to get up there fast. My Ford. They only made 199. I guess there's one less now. Still, I better get to Kimmy. She's almost as beautiful. I can't open it with my bare hands. I could use that to pry open the lid. Who would have guessed? It worked. The crate's open. Let's see what we have here. A gramophone and a few records. Most of it smashed to pieces. I'd take a ration pack over smashed records any day. Although I'd take whole records and a working gramophone over the ration pack. Josephine Baker is all the sustenance I need. Looks like I can still use this. It's only the seat that's missing. I'll take it with me. It's too steep and icy. I can't climb up there without help. Crap. We've crashed in the middle of the uncharted Himalayas. We could be hundreds of miles away from anything. Nice view, though. The wrecked Messerschmitt. Looks like it didn't get much further than my little Ford. Good. Might be something over there I can use to help Kim. I need to get over this crevasse first. I can use this to collect some snow. I don't really need a sled with legs just now.
Whoa! Good boy! Good sheep!
The Argali's trying to defend its territory. I'll leave it to it. The lid from the wooden crate that got hurled out the cargo hold during the crash. Seems to be reasonably sturdy.
No point trekking up there for no reason. Hey, with a decent sled and enough snow, I might actually build up enough speed to jump the gap. 2 problems. 1, my sled's broken. 2, there's not enough snow. I'll spread the snow evenly across the rock, but I'll need a couple more loads to get everything covered nicely. Okay, I'm done. I can use this to collect some snow. I don't really need a sled with legs just now. I can use this to replace the missing seat. I can't believe I'm about to jump a crevasse in a sled, but it's all fixed up and there's enough snow. Made my sled better lie in it.
Yoo-hoo!
Can't believe that worked. Stunning. The wing's covering's damaged. It looks loose. I could use that to remove the cover without cutting my hands. The wing is too heavy to take with me, but I can push it over the slippery ground. Most of the cockpit is missing. Looks like the pilot got out in time. Let's see if I can find anything useful. Most of the cockpit is missing. Looks like the pilot got out in time. Ah, that'll work. I can cut out the jacket lining to find some kind of document. If my German's up to scratch, which it isn't, but let's assume it is, then this is the permit you need for safe escort through a foreign country during a military operation. I should have a closer look at it. It's in German and Tibetan. It says the holder of this document is ensured safe passage at checkpoints and a certain level of immunity with local authorities. It's in German and Tibetan. I can see 2 seals down here. One's Tibetan government, but I don't know the other one. Some kind of German organization. The Tool Society. Never heard of that before. Regardless, looks like the Germans are here with Tibet's blessing. Something for Lord Weston once we get home. It's a puddle of melted water. I don't really need a sled with legs. Okay, I'll put the lambskin on the sled so I'll have a nice soft seat next time. Hey, this is starting to look like an animal. And now for some legs. Wow, this thing is uncannily lifelike. I mean, if I squint my eyes a bit, it starts to scare me. The gramophone horn has an opening in the bottom. This makes it an impractical liquid receptacle. I wonder what'll happen next. Ah, it destroyed my beautiful handiwork. Oh well. I don't want to steal these and end up getting smited. Oh, ancient Tibetan god, if you want to hold on to these, please give me some sign. Nope, I guess we're good. What are those strange lumps? Looks like coal. Or... oh no, of course not. It's poo. Pleasant aroma or not, this stuff is better off in there than outside, and I feel more comfortable about it. Let's see. That stuff actually burns. And it doesn't even smell that bad. Finally, a stroke of luck. Kim! Thank goodness. She's alive. Kim! Can you hear me? Damn it, she's unconscious. But I'll never get her out of the wreck without her help. I need to wake her somehow. I've lit an incense stick. The smell from this thing could wake the dead. This smoke is vile. Let's hope it wakes her up. Kim! You alive?
What? Yeah, I think so. Oof, what's that awful smell?
Sorry, I had to wake you up somehow, and I didn't really think you'd like the alternative. Are you sure you're okay?
Pretty sure. My head is aching and I'm cold as ice, but other than that, everything's fine.
We have to get you out of there. Help me lift the roof of the cockpit. Damn it! It's barely budging.
Now what? You better have a plan B.
I'm working on it.
Whatever you're doing, do it faster.
I need more strength to get the cockpit off.
Sharp propeller blades plus cockpit equals open sesame. Blades plus soft flesh equals a very angry Kim. Better leave it alone. Sharp propeller blades plus cockpit equals open sesame. Blades plus soft flesh equals a very angry Kim. Better leave it alone. The propeller blade's too short. I can't reach the parachute with it. The propeller blade's too... Nothing left inside. This seems to be a place of worship. Most of the cockpit is missing. Looks like the pilot got out in time.
You have started the Assistant. Here you can find information and a summary of events in the game. You can always check to see what objective your hero must complete next, just in case you lose track. But don't worry, this information won't spoil any of the puzzles.
I can lift the cockpit a little bit, but not high enough to free. I can lift the cockpit a little bit. Sharp propeller blades plus cockpit. The propeller blade's too short. I can't reach the parachute with it. I can lift the cockpit a little bit. This horn broke off when the Algali went after my sled. Oh, and now the leather strap is coming off.
Great. Okay, the leather strap is long enough. Let's see if it's any good as a whip. Something about this just feels right. Too bad. I guess that only works in adventure films. Okay, I'll wet the leather strap. It's cold. Oh, nice. The strap's frozen through already. That might work. Let's get this chute hooked up to the cockpit. Okay, ripcord time. Ha! Did you see that? Done.
Wonderful. I'm gonna kill you anyway.
Do it later. Right now, we have to get you out of this wreck. Well, thawed out again. You slept almost 4 hours.
I'm still pretty cold.
Move about a bit. You'll warm up. We've got the fire burning. We're not gonna keel over anytime soon.
Wow, you really know how to reassure a girl. So what do we do now? Let me guess. You'll think of something.
We'll have to stay here for the night. It'll be dark soon.
A whole night? In the cold? Oh, wonderful. That's something to tick off my to-do before I die list. Probably the last thing. Remind me. You made me leave Hong Kong because... What was it you said? To be safe? Yeah, that was it. Come with me, you said. Otherwise the Triads will kill you, you said.
Kim.
You're safe with me, you said. The great hero, Fenton Paddock.
Kim!
Let Fenton Paddock keep you safe. Absolutely no chance of being chased by Triads, shot down by Nazis, and stranded in the middle of the Himalayas to freeze to death. No, sir.
Kim, shut up for a second and listen to me. While you were sleeping, I checked out your uncle's documents.
So?
He was travelling this region in 1922 with a researcher named Arthur Hayes. Ring any bells?
Yes, Uncle Wang told me about that expedition. Many times. Professor Hayes had taken him along on his Himalaya trip as a cartographer.
Well, I noticed something really strange. Most of his notes are written in traditional Chinese, but your uncle wrote some of the sections in a language I've never seen before. According to what I could read, he and Hayes were looking for a monastery, which they figured was in this region. Do you know what that means?
That you can't read every kind of language?
Be serious. If there really is a monastery somewhere around here, it might be a safe place to head towards.
Okay. My uncle sometimes wrote certain things in a kind of secret script that only he and I could decipher. Show me the documents.
Here, can you read any of it?
Well, it says here that a storm hit and my uncle and Professor Hayes took shelter in a cave.
We were more than happy to have found shelter in time. When we moved further into the cave, we noticed we were not the only ones seeking shelter there. In the glow of our torches, we recognized a man leaning against the cave wall. Hayes spoke to him, but the stranger did not react. On closer inspection, we realized why. The man was dead. He was frozen stiff, and it was likely he had already been there for quite some time. The man was wearing a monk's robe and presumably had an attack of weakness during a pilgrimage. Hayes brought my attention to something. The torn up and burned remains of a parchment lay beside the corpse. It is possible that the monk had used the last of his strength to build a fire. On examining the burned remains more closely, it turned out to be a map. Hayes was able to determine a few checkpoints and thus conclude that it showed the region we were in. The texts we were able to identify on the map were written in an ancient script, of which Hayes was able to translate little. While the professor's eyes wandered across the map, he suddenly gasped. His trembling fingers moved over one word, Kembalong. Hayes, who had studied every possible source of information prior to beginning his expedition, explained that many myths and legends shrouded a valley by that name. They say there is an ancient monastery in the valley where no outsider has ever been. According to the legends, the monks from Kembalong Valley guard an ancient and very powerful secret. It was possible that we had come across a key to this hidden valley, and Hayes suddenly became excited when he realized what that could mean for him, the leader of the Tibet expedition. In that moment, I took a closer look at the dead monk. Could he be one of those monks living a secluded life in the valley? Where did he want to go? Or was he returning from somewhere and didn't have the strength to continue? My eyes dropped to his hands, and I noticed that the fingers of his left hand were wrapped tightly around something. Hayes noticed it too and opened the clutched fingers in a somewhat harsh manner. Hayes grasped the object and held it to the light of my torch. It was a stone, resembling the eye of a dragon. There was a green gemstone in its center, through which the light was refracted, falling onto the walls in a most fascinating pattern. Hayes put the stone away. He must have noticed the look on my face, because he justified himself. He remarked that the stone was better off in the hands of a researcher than those of some farmers or shepherds who might discover the cave someday.
Okay, now skip a few passages. Did they find the monastery?
Hold your horses. It's been a while since I last read this stuff. I'm a little rusty. They headed off to find the Kembalong Valley, but the approaching winter made it impossible. They couldn't make it through the mountains, so they broke off the hunt. They got home, and Hayes tried to raise money for another expedition with better equipment, but nobody was interested. People figured he was hunting myths. Uncle drew a map showing the valley's estimated location. It shows us where they gave up as well.
Perfect. We can use it.
I don't know. It's all pretty vague. How do you know the monastery exists at all?
Hayes and your uncle believed it was here. Right now, that's good enough for me. And, to be perfectly honest, it is our only chance.
Then I suppose we don't have a choice.
Wait. Can you hear that?
Sounds like an engine. Oh no. Not another plane?
No, that's not a plane. It sounds more like... a truck. Grab your stuff. Change of plan.
What?
We're following the truck. It must be going somewhere.
Could we stop for a moment, please?
No, we need to keep moving. The snow's already starting to cover the tracks. Can you make it a bit further?
Do I have a choice?
I'm sure we'll find something soon.
And what makes you so sure?
I'm a boundless optimist.
Hey, what is that?
Looks like a military camp.
I didn't know Tibet had an army.
They don't. Remember that fighter plane?
Germans? What are they doing here? Have they attacked Tibet?
I doubt it. Let's break out the glasses. Damn it.
What's going on?
They're holding British soldiers captive. There's at least one officer with them.
Richard?
No, not Richard. But maybe someone from his unit. They must have met the Germans somewhere along the line.
What are we going to do?
What do you think? Rescue the officer, debrief him, find the rest of his group, and get everyone home in time for tea and medals.
And we do that how?
We? Forget it, Kim. You've made it this far, but you're sitting this one out.
What? You expect me to just sit here and watch while you break into a heavily guarded military camp, get caught and tortured, and then leave me to freeze to death?
For now, we just need to get the lay of the land. Then we'll wait till dark and make a foolproof plan. How's that?
Why do I always let you talk me round?
Maybe because you actually think I'm a pretty great guy.
Dream on, Paddock.
Okay, so far, so easy. Something tells me that's about to change. This place is bigger than it looked. What the hell are the Germans up to out here?
Where are you going, Werner?
To take a leak!
Just make sure you don't fall down a crevasse. It's like Swiss cheese around here, you know.
I'm not stupid, you know.
Good thing he picked the other side of the barracks to do his business. The guards seem to be having a nice little tea party. If they want to slack off, that's just fine by me. Actually, another time, another place, I might join them. I have no idea what made these holes. Strange. The guards' barracks. It's locked. The truck Kim and I followed. It's locked. Let's see what that sign says. Wow, 2 crash landings in one day. Bad karma. Ah well, 2 crashes and no casualties. That's something. Although I dropped some of my gear. Never mind. Let's get out of here.
Paddock? Fenton, can you hear me?
Kim? Damn it, didn't I tell you to wait?
Oh, stop playing the hero. It doesn't suit you. Of course, I could always just leave you here and go back.
No. Just make sure nobody sees you.
Don't fret. What's it look like down there? Can you climb back up?
Not through the tunnel. I've slid down about 10 meters. But there are some passages here.
Shh, be quiet.
Kim? Kimmy? Is everything okay?
Yep, coast clear. I'll take a look around up here. There must be something we can get you back up with.
Okay, but be careful.
Always. It's not doing much good here, so I'll just take it with me. I'll take a paper with me. If I need more, I'll know where to find them.
Let's see if I can find something useful in all this. An issue of the Volkisches Tageblatt, a Nazi newspaper. There's a picture of a company of soldiers on the front page. The warning sign was stuck in this piece of tree trunk.
Watch it, Fenton! If this hits you in the face, you won't get any uglier, but you can still lose a few brain cells. Duck!
It's too big. It'll only get stuck.
Watch out! You might want to back up a bit. Fancy some light reading, Paddock?
I wonder if I can work out what made these holes. Now I know. Those are smoldering cigar butts melting into the snow. The next cigar butt is mine.
Watch your head down there!
I'll grab a few smaller chunks of ice, just in case I come across any fine bourbons on my travels. I'm feeling lucky. Let's see where this leads. This place looks familiar. Of course, as an expert scout, orientation is one of many survival skills I possess, which means I know without a shadow of a doubt that I'm going round in circles. I felt a draft at one stage, so there's got to be another route out. There's a time for blind confidence, and that time is when talking to beautiful women, not when hopelessly lost in an icy cave of doom. There's a draft coming from somewhere. That must be the best route out. I just can't tell from where. I'll light the burner. They'd certainly burn well, but I don't fancy lighting them in my bare hands. Ah, alphabet soup. My favourite. I joke, of course. I prefer minestrone. It's certainly not my favourite flavour, but it's burning. Okay, so if I just stand here and watch which way the smoke goes... Bingo! It's drifting down the left-hand passage. Ugh, this place smells like Gus's house. I must be right under the camp. The Germans tossed their rubbish into this cave. I can't reach it. Building rubble, wood scraps, and other rubble. Might work. I'll make a nice little fire down here, and the layer of ice up there will melt away. Fingers crossed. Then all I need to do is work out how the hell to get up there, although that may be academic, since most of this rubbish appears to be frozen solid. My word, a grappling hook. I am so resourceful. I can't throw the hook through that layer of ice. I better keep this for a while. I might need it. Hey, a pocket knife. Of course. All the blades are broken off. Why on earth wouldn't they be? I should have known. Oh well, the corkscrew's still in one piece. Someone had their priorities right. Let's see what I can carve out. Not much, as it turns out. But I've used the corkscrew to pull out the knot. I'll put some lumps of ice in the pot. Okay, let's stick the lid onto the pot. Okay, I've stuck the wood chip into the hole in the lid. I could pull the wood out again using the corkscrew, but that rather raises the question. I value my hands. I need something else to hold the pot over the flame. Might work. I'll make a nice little fire down here, and the layer of ice up there will melt away. Fingers crossed. Then all I need to do is work out how the hell to get up there, although that may be academic, since most of this rubbish appears to be frozen solid. I'll put a few pages up here between the scraps of wood. The newspapers are burning. Let's hope the rest of it catches. Still, it should manage to melt the ice, provided I've got a few years to kill. Oh wait, I'm on a top priority secret mission. I need a new plan. Let's see what happens next. The practical side of physics isn't bad. The wooden bullet thing went straight through the ceiling of ice. Aim well. That must be the tent we saw from above. I hope our guy's okay. Let's see if I can use any of this. Well, on the plus side, there's a grenade here. On the downside, it's most likely a dud. Locked. The generator motor sucks in air through this opening. I can't open the vent. I can't open the vent. Corkscrews are for unscrewing corks. A stick grenade. German model. The fuse is missing. I shouldn't go any further. The guy over there might see me, and then fun time's over. Might come in handy sometime, but I have to take care of other things first. Locked. Might come in handy sometime, but I have to take care of... There's one just like that. I shouldn't go any further. The guy over there might see me, and then fun time's over. Locked. Ouch, ouch, ouch! Hot! I better keep this for a while. I might need it later. There's still enough water in the pot. Nope, nothing useful there. Point blank refuse. I better keep this for a while. of water would cause a short circuit. Sounds promising.
Mensch, what's happened now? Must be the generator.
What now? He can't stay in there forever. I'm not leaving my cover until I can be sure he's out of action.
Hey, now what's wrong? Hello? Hilfe! Can anyone hear me out there? Something's blocking the door. Hello?
Good thing the generator in the other hut's loud enough to drown out his shouting. It won't budge. The lid seems to be jammed. Unfortunately, the corkscrew isn't at all suited for prying open the jammed lid.
Okay, I'll ask you again. How did the monk and your lieutenant escape the monastery? Which secret passage did they use? We can go on like this for days. I have hundreds of these records, and you seem to enjoy the music. Or surely you would object. If it's still too quiet, I'd be happy to turn up the volume.
My word, it's Thomas. Thomas Finch. He's an officer in Richard's unit. I knew him from the service back in Hong Kong. It looks like they're torturing him with German marching music. It's booming through his headphones. A fate worse than death. I could deal with this guard, if he wasn't as wide as a door frame. Since I left my black belt at home, I'll have to be a bit more subtle. This guy's a machine. One-on-one, he'd mince me. I can't get over there without getting caught by Mr. Kick My Arse. It won't budge. The lid seems to be jammed. Yes, I can use this to lift the lid a bit. Let's see what I can pull out through the gap. A buzzsaw blade. I'll take it out of the cover. Perfect. We've got marching soldiers on the front cover. I've covered the edges of the pieces with glue. Now they just need to go back together. I can pick up, turn and set down the pieces. No reason why I shouldn't be able to handle this. This big piece is probably a good starting point. I'll leave it here. Job done. I've glued the record back together. Of course, the light-coloured glue in the cracks won't stand up to scrutiny. At all. Hey, maybe I'll sell this as a collector's item instead. If I'm lucky, Hans won't notice it's not March's. Something tells me Thomas will.
What the? This record has been glued back together! What idiot did this?
Damn it. He noticed the glued cracks and threw the record out. I've glued the pieces back together. It's whole again.
You could almost mistake it for a new Josephine Baker album. A toolbox. A portable welding machine. Locked. I've unscrewed the top of the grenade and poured out the gunpowder. The gunpowder's sticking to the glue in the cracks. You can hardly see them. The record looks as good as new. Hey, maybe I'll sell this as a collector's item instead. If I'm lucky, Hans won't notice it's not March's. Something tells me Thomas will.
Okay, here comes a real smasher.
Yeah. I meant that to happen. Job done. Hope no one heard the explosion. Thomas? Wait, I'll take off the headphones.
Fenton Paddock? What the hell are you doing here?
I'll explain later. You have to listen to me now. We don't have much time. Are you okay?
Fenton? You're back with the forces? Where's the rescue unit?
No. Listen to me, Thomas. Is everything okay? Are you injured?
Well, my ears are still ringing a bit and I'm pretty knackered. They haven't let me sleep for 3 days.
Can you stand up?
Not as long as I'm handcuffed to this crate.
Okay. I can take care of that. I need to know what happened.
I suppose we were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
What do you mean?
Well, our mission was to survey the area. Richard's maps were taking us towards some key defence points. An old monastery set near a valley. It was dark when we got here. The search for the monastery was due to begin the following morning. We were prepping our gear and setting up camp when we heard explosions. The monastery was set on a mountain slope, and we could make out someone trying to blast open the entrance. We couldn't tell, but we assumed they were bandits. Richard ordered an attack. The maps showed a second, hidden entrance to the monastery, so we took a team up and made contact with the monks. We got in touch with the abbot, or whatever they call him, but we were too late. They stormed the main entrance. We were massively outnumbered. Didn't have a chance. The old monk hid Richard and I in a secret chamber. He was scared. Didn't think he'd make it. He told us something we were to remember at all costs.
And what was that?
He said, "The door is guarded by 2 dragons, Yao the Strong and Zhao the Wise. Zhao, the mother, is twice as old as her son, Yao." Something like that. Anyway, he made it, along with Richard, but I took a bullet and wound up here. I only realised then why we were overrun. Nazis put up a better fight than bandits, I guess.
What are the Germans doing here anyway?
They found something very exciting in the monastery, but I haven't the faintest idea what it is. In any event, it's important enough to the boss around here, that Countess von Hagenhilt, to slaughter innocent monks. They kept asking me how to open the secret chamber, but I didn't give them anything. I suppose whatever they're looking for is in there.
You mean you didn't tell them anything about this dragon code?
No, not a word.
What happened to Richard?
I assume he and the monk made it to the chamber, but I really don't know.
So Richard might still be there?
Maybe, if they had some supplies. But he might even have made it out.
Well, whichever the case, I'm going to find him. That chamber. Where exactly is it?
In a kind of courtyard. There's a secret mechanism on the west wall.
Right. Thomas, do you have any idea how we can get out of here?
You're a card. The best thing would be to leave the same way you came, don't you think?
Yeah, we can forget about that. I kind of fell down a crevasse. Besides, you don't look like you're up for any sheer rock faces quite yet.
There are trucks leaving the camp several times a day. Maybe that's an option.
Sounds interesting. Okay, I'll find something to unlock the cuffs.
Might I suggest the key?
The explosion knocked him out, but it takes more than being engulfed by flames to kill a monster like him. Not really my size, but what's this in the pockets? Perfect. The smallest key fits. The cuffs are open.
Thomas, let's get out of here. Can you walk?
I've had better days.
Maybe you better hang here until I can find us a way out.
I'll check out the trucks. Get out of here in style. I'll put the uniform on first. Blend in with the locals. I doubt Thomas is better off in there. I have to get him out of this camp. The truck is a good option, but I'm not leaving until Thomas is on board. I doubt Thomas is better off in there. I have to get him out of this camp. Hey, yeah, I can just drive Thomas out of here. I can hide him in the back of the truck. If we make it past the gate, we're home dry. Okay, Thomas is hiding in the back of the truck. If my luck holds, then the key's in the ignition.
Hey, what are you doing there, Junge? Oh, another one caught the bug. It's this weather. I've had a cold this entire time.
Yeah, can hardly speak.
Don't worry about it. You wanted to go to the monastery, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Did the men up there order another truck? At this time of the day? I've told those fools 100 times that I will not allow a convoy to drive up there at this time of the day. They better learn to stick to the rules. No truck leaves the base after 1600. Unless they've made a find of utmost priority up at the monastery. What's all this about anyway? What needs to be picked up so urgently?
Well,
what did they say on the radio? Whatever, I just need the military assignment form. Filled out in full. Have them give you one in the radio room. If the finds are particularly important, I can send you up with a truck. I'll be in the barracks. But don't come back unless we're talking really important finds. Otherwise we'll have it picked up in the morning.
Very well. Radio room, form, and important find. Off we go. It's always the last key, isn't it? Doors open. Thank goodness. Nobody here. Not much point without a second recorded tape. Let's hear this recording.
After 2 hours of traditional marching band torture or oral discomfort treatment, I continue to question him regarding Object 28. He continues to claim he has no knowledge of the item in question. Object 28 is vital to the success of our project. Further questioning scheduled.
Object 28? What project? Cheeky Nazis. It's a list of sacred Asian artifacts. That must be what the Germans are looking for at the monastery. I better leave the list hanging there. These papers here look like the special assignment forms the guard was talking about. I'll take one with me. Okay. Which of these list entries is important enough to make the guard approve a special trip to the monastery? Thomas is on board, but I need clearance from the guard. Here's the form.
What? Teufel, what a find! Frau Hagenhild will be thrilled. Los, what are you standing around for? Start the truck and head up there.
Zu Befehl!
We can't get any higher in the truck. You'll have to continue on foot from here.
How far is it?
800 meters, maybe a kilometer. The path forks halfway. Head to the left to reach the side entrance.
Okay. You head back down the pass with Kim. Try to make it to the Indian border. When you get there, contact...
Hello?
Yes?
This is one of your terrible jokes, right?
What do you mean?
This is the second time you've tried to palm me off. You're sending me away with a complete stranger? Sorry, no offense.
None taken.
Kim, I've known Thomas for a long time. He's not about to sell you for a camel. I, on the other hand...
Oh, please. Where exactly would you be right now if it weren't for me?
Kim...
Impaled on an argali, stuck down a crevasse?
I'm not saying you haven't helped, but this is no place for young girls.
Oh, of course. I forgot. You infiltrated the German camp all on your own.
Fine. My life's achievements I owe entirely to you. Is that what you wanted to hear?
Close enough. So your friend here can just head on down the mountain on his own. Sorry, nothing against you.
No problem.
Fine. Fine. Just stop yelling before you bring the whole German army down on us. But I'm warning you, this is not playtime. It's a very serious rescue mission. You'll do what I say, when I say it, and without complaining.
Deal.
You better get going, Thomas.
Okay. Good luck, you two. If I were in better shape, I'd be with you. Look after him, Kim. I'll head for northern India and contact Lord Weston from there.
Good luck, Thomas. They're nailed on tight. I can't lever them off with my bare hands. The upper sign reads monastery. The next one points down the valley to the camp. The lower two point to the west. Berlin and, Venice? How is it that a tent peg is more multi-purpose than a penknife? I've levered the signs off the post. Now the Germans will never know how to get home. Okay, I guess the monastery's this way.
Fine deduction, Sherlock. Look, there's the secret side entrance to the courtyard.
Well, given the liberal scattering of grenades all over the place, I'd say it wasn't so secret anymore.
So what do we do now? Can you disarm them or something?
Shh! Be quiet.
And? Anything to report today? Any special instructions?
No, nothing unusual. The chamber is still sealed. We'll probably have to blast tomorrow.
Oh, finally. It's not like the contest to hesitate this long.
Be careful what you say. This job's going to require great care. If we overlook even the smallest detail, the mission might fail.
This should worry me? I'll be happy when the whole thing's over and we can go back home. I hate the winter. I hate the mountains, I hate night watch, and more than ever I'm beginning to hate you.
Well, if you hadn't failed your aptitude test, maybe you wouldn't have been assigned night watch.
You'd better watch yourself, Hagen.
Oh, I will. I'll watch myself all the way back to camp, where I will watch myself drink schnapps all evening, and then watch myself crawl into a warm, cozy bed.
Oh, good. You enjoy yourself. Try not to get caught in any avalanches on the way down.
Just remember to feed the dog. He hasn't eaten all day.
Yeah, I know how to do my job.
Good. Only a couple of guys on night watch.
So, how do we get in?
Don't worry. I'll think of something.
No doubt.
Bueno, pues hasta aquí. Gracias por ver el vídeo.